In a world that's torn and weary, where the night forgets the dawn, I walk through shadows gently, still believing peace lives on. Broken hearts in silent cities, wounds that time could never hide. But I see a spark in strangers, a fire we hold inside. Even through the rage and noise, a softer voice still dares to rise. Where the light still lives, I'll follow through the sorrow, through the flame. Where the kind still care tomorrow, through the fear and through the blame. You can find me where the hope forgives, in the place where the light still lives. I've seen kindness on the front line, smiles in places filled with pain, hands that reach without a reason, hearts that heal without a name. Not for power, not for glory, just for love, pure and wise. We were born to be each other's home beneath these fragile skies. Even when the dark surrounds, goodness rises without sound. Where the light still lives, I'll follow through the sorrow, through the flame. Where the kind still care tomorrow, through the fear and through the blame. You can find me where the hope forgives, in the place where the light still lives. The place where the light still lives. Let the anger fade like echoes, let the silence speak of grace. Every soul, no matter broken, still belongs in this one place. We all long for something higher, for a world that gently mends. And it starts with how we treat the ones we do not comprehend. Where the light still lives, I'll follow through the sorrow, through the flame. Where the kind still care tomorrow, through the fear and through the blame. You can find me where the hope forgives, in the place where the light still lives. So if you're lost and tired of crying, let your heart forgive. Come and rest where the light still lives. In a world that's always screaming, we forgot what silence means. Voices clash, but hearts are bleeding underneath our shattered dreams. We were born with open hands, not to hate but to understand. Yet here we are behind our walls, afraid to rise, afraid to fall. But I still believe in better days, when love won't need to hide away. Hearts aligned in silence, when no word needs to be spoken. We feel the same defiance, in a world so loud and broken. When the noise fades and the night falls deep, we share the pain, we share the need, for something pure, for something right. Hearts aligned in silence tonight. We're not strangers, just afraid of the light we gave away. Trading peace for endless battles, losing faith along the way. But every child and every soul knows that love should be the goal. It's not a weakness to forgive, it takes strength to truly live. I see your tears behind your smile, let's walk together one more mile. Hearts aligned in silence, where no word needs to be spoken. We feel the same defiance, in a world so loud and broken. When the noise fades and the night falls deep, we share the pain, we share the need, for something pure. slice to take, just human hearts that start to break. We were never meant to fight, only to hold each other tight. Let's be louder with our grace, let love speak and hate erase. Hearts aligned in silence, beyond the noise, beyond the violence. We find each other in the still, the quiet force, the gentle will. When the world has torn apart, it's kindness stitching every heart. We won't scream, we'll softly light. Hearts aligned in silence, hearts aligned in silence tonight. Came into this world with empty hands, not to take, but to understand. From cries of birth to final breath, we walk this line of love and death. I've seen the pain in a stranger's eyes, a child alone, too young to cry. But deep inside, there's still a flame that whispers softly, we're the same. No one was born to break another, no heart was made to bleed in vain. We were meant to lift each other, that whispers softly, we're the same. We were born to heal, not to harm, to hold the world in open arms, to be the calm in raging storms, the light that keeps the lost ones warm. We were made for peace, not for pain, to plant love where there's only rain. In every soul a sacred charm, we're born to heal, not to harm. I've walked through cities built on fear, watched kindness fade then disappear, but still a single smile can rise, and pain forgiveness in disguise. We carry wounds, we carry scars, but empathy can reach that far. We're not defined by hate or war, we're so much more, we're so much more. No soul is born with hate inside, that shadow grows when love's denied. But if we choose the higher way, we break the chains of yesterday. We were born to heal, not to harm, to hold the world in open arms, to be the calm in raging storms, the light that keeps the lost ones warm. We were made for peace, not for pain, to plant love where there's only rain. In every soul a sacred charm, we're born to heal, not to harm. Even in the silence we can sing, even through the hurt we still can bring a voice that mends, a hand that saves, a path of hope through shattered days. So let the anger fall away, let mercy shape the words we say. Let's be the hearts that still believe that love is stronger than what we grieve. We were born to heal, not to harm, to mend the world with gentle arms, to be the peace, to break the chain, to turn the fire into rain. We were made for grace, not for rage, to light the dark, to calm the cage. In every breath, in every charm, we're born to heal, not to harm. We came into this world with empty hands, not to take, but to understand. From cries of birth to final breath, we walk this line of love and death. night I saw a man with tears in his eyes. He said, son, this world has changed so fast, but I still believe love can last. Footsteps echo down forgotten lanes. People pass wearing silent pain. But if you stop and truly see, there's a soul behind each mystery. There's peace in every stranger, a spark beneath the scars, a hope that's barely whispering but glowing like the stars. If we just reach out a little and open up our hearts, we'll find we're not so different. We've all been torn apart. She wore a coat of memories and fears, told me she hadn't smiled in years. But when she laughed, even for a breath, it sounded like the world took a step from death. A child draws peace signs on a wall, while sirens scream beyond the call. Yet in his eyes I feel his light, believing kindness still holds might. There's peace in every stranger, a truth we've left behind, a language made of silence that only love can find. If we just reach out a little and open up our hearts, we'll find we're not so different. We've all been torn apart. We've been taught to run, to fight, to hide, but there's another road we haven't tried. But no one wins, no one must fall, where peace belongs to one and all. There's peace in every stranger, if we dare see it clear. A warmth within the silence that melts away the fear. So take my hand, don't walk away. We're made for more than pain. The world begins to heal again each time we learn their name. On the street beneath the stars, two strangers smile just as they are. No flags, no lights, no need to prove, just hearts that slowly start to move. In a world so loud, where silence screams, we're chasing shadows and broken dreams. But I saw a stranger lend his hand to someone falling couldn't stand. A gentle smile in a crowded place, a light that cuts through hate and rage. We fight, we fall, we learn to rise, but through it all, kindness never dies. It's not the wars that write the song, it's quiet hearts that carry on. Kindness never dies, even in the coldest night. Even when the world goes blind, someone holds the line. In every soul, a spark remains. Through all the hurt, through all the pain, we keep the fire alive. Kindness never dies. I've seen the worst in humankind, but still there's hope we always find. A mother's touch, a child's tears dry, a whisper soft when someone cries. The world may twist, may tear apart, the love still beats in every heart. We're born to care, to sympathize. Don't forget, kindness never dies. It's not the kings who change the fate, it's every hand that breaks the hate. Kindness never dies, even in the coldest night. Even when the world goes blind, someone holds the line. In every soul, a spark remains. Through all the hurt, through all the pain, we keep the fire alive. Kindness never dies. I've seen the worst and huge the fate. It's every hand that breaks the hate. 'Cause close your eyes and hear the sound of love that moves beneath the ground. Not loud, not proud, but always true. It's living quietly in you. Kindness never dies, not in ashes, not in flames. Not forgotten, never shamed, it always finds a name. In every hand that helps to rise, in every tear that someone dries, we keep the dream alive. Kindness never dies. So if you feel the world's too far, be the calm, be someone's star. 'Cause kindness never dies. In the stillness of the morning light, I hear the whispers carry through the night, faint and fragile like a lullaby of a time we didn't have to lie. Hands once held without a doubt, hearts that knew what love's about. Now the streets are paved with fear, but I still hear something near. Echoes of a gentle world, where kindness bloomed and flags unfurled. No one left out in the rain, no one breaking just from pain. Can you hear it in the wind, calling back to what has been? A world that loved without a sword. Echoes of a gentle world. We were taught to draw the lines, build the walls and guard our minds. But somewhere deep beneath the hate, there's a voice that resonates. Children laughing in the sun, strangers dancing just for fun. No religion, race or name could ever put out that flame. Echoes of a gentle world, where kindness bloomed and flags unfurled. No one silenced by the gun, no soul hiding from the sun. Can you feel it in your skin? Every heart that beats within still remembers what was once assured. Echoes of a gentle world. And maybe we forgot the sound of peace not shaking in the ground. But listen close, it's in our bones, and every tear we cry alone. We're born to build, not just destroy. Fill the night with light and joy. So raise your hands, not in defense, but for the sake of innocence. Echoes of a gentle world, still survive in every word. Spoken soft with love engraved, written on the human face. Let it rise and let it grow Even if it's faint and slow, it's the song we all deserve to hold. The echoes of the gentle world. We remember the echoes of the gentle world. We remember the echoes of the gentle world. We were just children, drawing on maps and dreams, and building walls with paper, tearing hearts at the seams. They said choose a side, but we never knew the cost of silence when the fire grew. We sang songs under broken skies, while our fathers taught us to close our eyes. But deep inside we knew the truth, this war was never meant for you. This is the war we never wanted, the peace we cried for left haunted. We bled for flags we didn't choose, in a world where no one wins, we all lose. Why do we burn what we commend? Why do we fight instead of bend? We were born to love, not be confronted. This is the war we never wanted. She held my hand as the sirens roared. Tears fell like rain on a blood-stained floor. We whispered prayers in the darkest night, hoping someone somewhere would choose the light. And we saw truth behind the lies, the fear they fed to keep us blind. But hearts will rise through ash and smoke, with every chain another broke. This is the war we never wanted, the dreams we carried all undaunted. We stood through fire and refused to hate, even when love came far too late. What if we listened? What if we tried? Instead of letting the good things die, we were born to heal, not to be hunted. This is the war we never wanted. Can't you hear the voices calling through every tear, through every falling? They say enough, they say no more. Peace is worth fighting for. The love we buried still undaunted, and though the scars may never fade, we'll light the world with what we've made. Let every anthem rise above, in the name of hope, in the name of love. We are the ones who won't be daunted, we'll end the war we never wanted. We were never meant to break, we were only meant to wait. This is the war we never wanted. We were born under different skies, with stories written in our eyes. The world kept drawing battle lines, but we were never meant to fight. The winds have carried cries and screams, but still we hold on to the dream that love could drown the sound of hate, and every wall could bend and break. We're not the shadows they portray, we're just souls who lost their way. These hands were made for reaching, not for war, to lift the fallen, not to close the door. In every heart that's torn and open, there's a light still soft and golden. We were never meant to be fighters in a world of broken seams. We hold the truth inside our with hands without guns. They've seen the flags, the blood-stained pride, heard mothers pray with hollow eyes. But through the ashes, through the flood, we still believe in brotherhood. No armor, no disguise or crown, just human hearts that won't back down. We choose to heal, not to divide, to build what fear has left behind. They may not see our quiet fight, but love burns louder than the night. These hands were made for reaching, not for war, to lift the fallen, not to close the door. In every heart that's torn it open, there's a light still soft and golden. We were never meant to be fighters in a world of broken seams. We hold the truth inside our lungs. We breathe peace with hands without guns. Let the silence roar like thunder, let the hate fall under. We won't raise a single fist, we resist with tenderness. Every stranger, every friend deserves to feel safe again. No more borders drawn in pain, let love wash over like the rain. These hands were made for reaching, not for war, to mend the soul, not leave a scar. In every wound there's still a token of a world not yet broken. We were never meant to be fighters in a world of shattered dreams. We hold the truth inside our lungs. We breathe peace with hands without guns, hands without weapons, hearts without fear. We were born to love, and that's why we're here. Another night, another scar, counting wounds beneath the stars. A shattered soul, a restless mind, still searching for a place that's kind. The world is burned, the sky turned gray. We lost our voices on the way. But deep within these cracks and seams, a tender light still dares to dream. You think the hurt has closed your heart, but love survives in broken parts. Even the broken love peace, even the fallen still believe. We've bled too much, we've cried too long, but kindness pulls us through the storm. Even the shadows see the light in the silence after every fight. We may be torn, but not in vain. Even the broken love peace again. A thousand tears behind these eyes, but not all pain is made of lies. I've seen the worst that hate can do, and yet I still reach out to you. Forgiveness isn't weakness, no, it's how the deepest healing grows. A quiet strength, a stubborn grace that lives in every lost embrace. They said the fire would consume, but flowers bloom in war-torn rooms. Even the broken love peace, even the scars still won't release. From echoes of the war inside, from battles we no longer fight. Even the lost can be found when hearts remember what is sound. We rise again, not just survive. Even the broken keep peace alive. No one's too far gone to hear a gentle song. We're made for more than pain, we're born to rise again. Even the broken love peace, even the haunted seek relief. And though we walk through fire and ash, there's hope in every shadow cast. Even the bruised still believe that love can mend what hate deceives. And in the end, we all belong. Even the broken can be strong. So if you're hurting, let it show. The cracks are where the light can go. We're wounded, yes, but still we see. Even the broken long to be free. Even the broken love peace. We were born in different corners, taught to fear, to draw the line. But beneath our broken borders beats the same old pulse in time. We were told we're not the same, names and flags and ancient blame. But when silence falls like rain, we're just faces with the pain. We fight, we fall, we learn too late sometimes. But when we lose it all, we still reach out through the fire. In the end, we choose love when the world has had enough. When the hate is burned too low and the right feels lost and wrong. We may stumble, we may bleed, but it's kindness that we need. No matter what we're dreaming of, in the end, we choose love. Oh. There's a child behind each soldier, there's a tear in every song. Even those who carry anger crave a place they can belong. We build walls to feel secure, but it only hides the cure. What we're longing for is pure, not in power, but in more. We scream, we pray for a light to guide, and in the darkest days we find hearts still open wide. In the end, we choose love when the world has had enough. When the hate is burned too low and the right feels lost and wrong. We may stumble, we may bleed, but it's kindness that we need. No matter what we're dreaming of, in the end, we choose love. Not the gold, not the throne, not the flags we call our own, but a hand that pulls us close when the winds begin to blow. Not the pride, not the fear, but the voice we long to hear, saying you're not alone, come back home. In the end, we choose love through the ashes and the dust. When the swords all